welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. We're going to get right into the March love reading for the sign of Leo. So let's get right into it, Leo. Alright, I'm finishing off the fire sign love outlooks for March. So Aries is up and you're up now, and then Sagittarius will be after you. Of course, you are my sister sign. I am a Sagittarius sun, but I am a moon Leo, and I love Leos. I love having my moon in Leo. I love my chart in general, and I think that we should all love our charts and the various energies in them. I'm not one of these people who are like, oh, I can't stand one sign or another sign. You know, I think all the signs have a beauty and an essence and energy to bring to our lives, so something to learn from. In any case, Leos, the lion, you're up. Let me give it one more shuffle for you guys. Now, this is going to be a full Celtic spread, and we're going to just look into one scenario, right? One situation for one Leo. Please do remember that, of course, this can't be for all, and that's why there's all kinds of other channels and readers out there. You know, if this reading isn't for you, perhaps a different channel or a different reader may have the right reading for you, and that's really what's most important, that you get the clarity you need for your situation, all right? So I do encourage you to always look around and check around and find certainly a reader or a channel that fits to you, right? All right, guys, straight out, we have Five of Pentacles. Makes sense. And Temperance. Well, Hermit energy and the Empress. So 3 major arcana straight out. All right, guys. And we have 3 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Justice, the Fool. Some of you are going through a divorce. Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Right? So, yes, some of you are going perhaps through a divorce or a separation. Definitely having your commitment tested this month, right, with that Hierophant. I'm going to come back to the Hierophant, right? I want to get right into your reading, Leo. 5 of Pentacles and Temperance energy. Well, 5 of Pentacles is all about a financial split. It's all about a connection that you may have had with a person, or generally can be a group of people even. But here when we're looking at a love outlook, right? I believe that, Leo, you had a connection with someone perhaps, and something, you know, broke apart, right? Fell apart. There was a divide. There was a power struggle. 5 is the number for power struggle. And all of the 5 cards, we see that. And here the power struggle results in you kind of having to pay a financial price, maybe having to rebuild your financial status. It could be, oftentimes this card will come out during after a divorce or during a separation or something like that, because not only is there a split in the dynamic, but the split also costs you financially, costs you hardship. You find yourself worse off financially. One of the good things, though, with 5 of Pentacles is that oftentimes this dynamic was always going to fall apart. And in fact, a lot of times the sooner the better, because as soon as you are in this position, you're able to rebuild yourself. And what happens is more newer opportunities come in. Opportunities and options for your life come in that would have never come in had you remained in that dynamic. The dynamic you were in, you were never going to grow in. And so this is oftentimes a 2 steps backward, but maybe 5 or 10 steps forward energy. Temperance is covering it, and I think that this March you're being very, very tempered and careful not to react, right? This is a month where you're really kind of getting into yourself and rebuilding your finances. You may have already started, and let me be clear, you may have already started rebuilding your financial status, right? You may already be in a much better financial situation in March, right? But what Five of Pentacles is talking about here is we're talking about the love outlook. So even though this may have happened quite some time ago and you may already be rebuilding yourself financially and in a better position financially, with regard to your love outlook or your love life, this was the problem, right? And so to a certain degree, you know, I don't think that you're necessarily harboring any resentment for it, but the problem was that not only did you guys split, but that, you know, you were very much sort of left out in the cold. Okay. And so I'm being clear here that although this may not be your situation in March financially, it is the reason why you broke up, and it is the most impact that you had from the breakup. The biggest impact was financially, and that is very much still in your mind. Right. And I think one of the reasons why it's still in your mind, and this has been a message overall for a lot of the signs in March, is that so many of us want to build our financial stability, increase our financial stability and abundance. All of us are wanting to do that as a society, I think, and certainly my collective. Are wanting to do that because that's just the world we're living in right now. Times are tougher. The divide between rich and poor is getting wider. And most of us are realizing that the amount of effort we have to put into our career, our abundance, our business, our financial path is much, much more than we had to in the past. You know, there was a time you went to school, you got a degree, you got a job, and you had your career, you had a good pay, and that was it. Right? Nowadays, it's not enough, right? Most of us have to work second jobs or have to get a hustle or have to start our own businesses to even bring in the finances that we need to be able to manifest our dreams. And so you're busy with that this month. It's really something that's on your mind. The Hermit is there and the Empress. So in your conscious and unconscious, this is a month all for Leos to really get into themselves. What an excellent pairing of cards when we're talking about an individual taking a path of self-realization and progress. The Hermit is in your focus. So this month, this March, you are all about you, understanding you, becoming a better you, walking a spiritual path, doing some healing, maybe even letting go of some baggage, maybe even letting go of some things of yourself that you don't like and sort of learning about those sides and healing those sides, exercising those demons that we may be carrying around with us in terms of mad feelings or resentment. All of this is a part of the path that the Hermit walks, a path of really wanting to understand himself and find his own truth. In the back of your mind, you have Empress energy. And again, this is all about you really wanting to sort of raise your own sort of level, right? Your own level of nurturing that you provide to yourself. It's all about you taking care of your mind, body, and soul. This month, a lot of you Leos, you're going to be going to the gym, if that's, you know, the case, right? You're going to be taking care of your health. You're going to be taking care of your eating habits. You're going to be taking care of your environment. You're going to be perhaps doing things for yourself. Some of you may even be doing, other physical things or other mental activities that make you feel better, that nurture you, that increase your level of creativity. It's like you're wanting to be the best you can be, Leo. You're wanting to buff yourself up in all areas, and this is Empress energy. Empress energy is necessary for us in terms of taking care of ourselves and making sure that we remain creatively fertile. And I'm not talking about physical fertility. I'm talking about creative fertility, right? In order to remain creative and inspired and able to manifest in our environment who we are on the inside so that we mirror, our environments mirror who we are. This is a big part of the Empress energy. In order to do that, we have to continually keep nurturing ourselves, feeding that creative desire, feeding, that aesthetic that we want to have for ourselves and our surroundings, right? And this all requires doing things that feel good to us, right? And I don't mean to say, of course, this is not to say doing, forgetting about the rest of the world, but certainly putting yourself first. Absolutely, Leo. If you have gone through a breakup that was financially and emotionally painful, which the Five of Pentacles is, then of course I am happy to see you doing this, because this is exactly what you need to be doing for yourself, right? And again, when I get back to Temperance, this is one of the reasons why Temperance is covering you this month, because part of your nurturing yourself is also not reacting to others and other people around you or energies around you, right? Not allowing yourself to be dictated by that, and only dictating your actions from within. This is what Temperance is all about. Being able to keep your energy, remain centered no matter what is going on around you, and not reacting. And a lot of this is part of your desire to put yourself first, to always make sure that everything that you're doing is for your ultimate good, and not sort of because somebody else has said something or done something to you. And in that way, you know, you become their, you know, you become their manipulated, right? They're puppet to a degree, right? We don't want that. And so Temperance energy is what you're resonating with, because you don't want that either. Three of Wands and King of Pentacles. So this month you are really having to have a lot of patience with regard to the next moves in your love life, right? Three of Wands is talking about standing still. And I think a lot of you, it isn't so much that you're standing still, but you're not making any moves in any direction until you see the lay of the land. You need more information, right? There's more that needs to come into you before you make any decisions or before you move forward at all. And I think a lot of this is because right now you are walking a hermited path. You're walking a very singular path this March. This is definitely a reading for a Leo who is single, right? Or who's certainly not in a long-term committed relationship. And March is all about you really gathering more information, more strength, more understanding about everything around you, including yourself. I think that probably maybe towards April, you know, or May, we'll have to look at those readings when they come. But right now, March is not a month where you're trying to move forward with anyone, right? You're really just kind of gathering your strength and really exercising a lot of patience. I think for a lot of you as well, you're not ready. You don't want to move forward until you're exactly where you want to be with in terms of your Empress energy, but also the Hermit. Right now, you're just on a path of self-realization, and you're just not ready to cut that short for the sake of being with someone, right? You round out your month with a King of Pentacles, and this is interesting. For some of you, there will be an individual coming in, I believe, who resonates with this energy, who is highly successful, has a lot of sort of, I want to say, successes under his belt already, is a very earthy individual, very practical individual. Definitely, though, someone of authority, someone who is in a power position. Certainly with regard to their career or their business, he's the King of Pentacles, right? And I think that this is someone that you're going to perhaps come across, because not only are you working on yourself, but like I said, a lot of you are working on your career this month. You're working on your financial stability, and that's one of the things that you want to have. I think that before you move forward with another love connection, you want to be exactly where you need to be financially, so that you never have to go through this Five of Pentacles again. And through all of that effort, you run into someone, I think, through your job, your business, or through those efforts in that area of your life, the material abundance area of your life, you're going to run into this King of Pentacles individual, and I think they're going to have some impact on your love outlook. They could be a possible new love connection, but they don't show up in this reading with any kind of connection to you just yet, because I think the way they come into you is happenstance. Like I said, it's through what you're doing with your career or your business. And so you may be meeting them on that playing field, and the connection has not been established yet. However, there's an inkling there. Okay, there's an inkling there of a connection with someone like this. Justice and the Fool. I think for some of you, this is what I said earlier, some of you, that Five of Pentacles really indicated a separation or a divorce, which is one of the reasons why it had such an impact financially. This month, you're going to be looking at finalizing that. That's the Justice card coming in. That's your energy and attitude towards your love life this month. You want a rebalance of it. This could be another reason why you're waiting. Leo, it could be another reason why you're not making any decisions about commitment because you want to wait until that document is signed, that decision has been made, the mediation process has been conducted. Whatever the case may be, the event that is coming in to rebalance your life in all ways, in love and financially, you're waiting for that event to happen. And like I said, yes, justice brings balance, but a lot of times with the justice card, we are talking about an official action or document, something to do with the court, lawyers, mediators, judges, having a discussion, signing a piece of paper, right? And you're met with the Fool. The energy of the Fool comes towards you. This indeed happens this month for a lot of you. You do get that divorce becomes final or that separation becomes legal. And it's the beginning of a whole new world. As soon as this event comes in, Leo, I think some of you are going to be feeling extremely sort of ready and anxious to jump now into your next life. You're being very patient now and tempered because you're waiting for this action. As soon as the action comes in, that's it. You're off, right? You're ready. It's a whole new world, you know, type of attitude, right? I think you're going to be ready to perhaps even start dating again fairly quickly. Who knows? But it's certainly, you're going to have this feeling of the Fool again, which is a very invigorated, youthful, yes, I'm ready to attack this next stage of life attitude. Now, Seven of Swords comes in your position. This is your hopes and dreams, but it is also the position for fears. And Seven of Swords, well, Seven of Swords is a card for treachery and futility, right? Now, there's going to be some of this coming in. This is a very interesting card that shows up. Oftentimes, this card will show up in my readings to indicate that there is someone in your life who is undermining your actions. They're undermining you in some way. They want what you have, right? Oftentimes, Seven of Swords is somebody who really wants to covet what you have. They want your success, or they want, you know, they want a piece of who you are to be who they are. It's a very weird, sycophantish energy. It is the thief in the night energy. And this is why this is oftentimes somebody very close to you or somebody who you would least expect to be the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. It could very well be that this is a friend or a person that you're dealing with in some way, shape, or form who to a certain degree has been trying to impact your life. Now, this is also the card for futility, and I think they're extremely unsuccessful at it because you have such a good general outlook for your life and who you are this month in March. However, this energy is still there. It could very well be that you are believing that it is there, but you can't quite put your finger on it, right? Whatever the case may be, if this person is indeed in your life, what they're doing is just not working. And I'm going to tell you, a secret to finding out who they may be is that if you have this one friend and everything they keep trying to do, perhaps they try to do what you do, maybe at work, they're trying to follow in your footsteps, or socially, or whatever the case may be. If you get this impression that they're trying to do what you do, but it never seems to work out for them, this is going to be that person. It can also be that part of that energy that they're bringing to your life as a friend or as, you know, the connection that you have with them is not so good. It's somewhat negative. I think it's showing up because you want to be careful of this person. They may on the surface seem quite harmless because they're always failing at things, but they aren't. Their energy isn't, and you need to be careful with them because there's something about their energy that's not good for your life, right? So just be very careful. Ace of Pentacles is what you round your month off with, Leo, and it's huge abundance coming in. You may have, like I said, 2 steps back, 10 steps forward. You may have been in a difficult situation because of this breakup that happened quite some time ago. But now this month, once this action comes in, once this event happens and you really begin your next stage, part of it is a huge opportunity for financial growth and abundance coming in better and more than you ever possibly had before or could have imagined. Ace of Pentacles is a beautiful card to round it off with. And even though we are in a love reading, remember, as I say, I think this is for a single Leo. And this is why these general love readings really can be about single Leos, connected Leos. It's really a very specific message. But this Leo who's resonating with this energy, the financial abundance that's coming in for you in March is going to place you exactly where you want to be so that you can feel comfortable to begin looking at love connections again, dating again, getting out there again. Like I said, a lot of you want your financial status to be at a certain level of comfort and stability before you're willing to even date or engage with anybody else, right? Could be, you know, you want to have your clothes up to scratch. You want to have your house looking nice. You want to have certain things that give you all of that confidence, which are not bad things to have. We all desire certain material things in our life that help us feel good about ourselves. The ability to buy that dress or that perfume, or if you're a man, the ability to show off, you know, whatever it is you're into, the car. I'm a woman. I don't know what men, you know, what men do, but whatever it is, male or female, it doesn't really matter. It is very important for you to have that financial stability, for you to have the confidence to be able to go back out into the world. Right now, you are walking the path of the hermit. All right. And so, but March is the month where it begins to come in. The money begins to come in. The opportunity comes in. Ace of Pentacles definitely indicates abundance, you know, coming in, or certainly opportunities that if we take these opportunities and we put the right energy into them, nothing but abundance comes out of them. All right, guys, this is your reading for March. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Let me get back to the Hierophant real quickly. Again, this is a month of commitment, right? And the reason why I wanted to wait with the Hierophant is because a lot of this is to do with the fact that I believe to a certain degree, this Leo is a very sort of spiritually committed Leo. And so for some of you, if you are going through a separation or a divorce, your faith and your belief and your spirituality will not allow you to move forward in life until that's complete. It's just what you believe in. And you don't feel right until this action, this justice action has been completed, because I want to say, Leo, that for a lot of you who are resonating with this Hierophant is coming in because one of the things you have been able to hold on to throughout all of this has been your faith or your spiritual beliefs, whatever they may be. And they don't have to be Christian, whatever they are. Whatever your faith is, this is one of the things that has really kept you strong. And part of your faith, right, I believe, and part of the type of person or the type of Leo you are, is that commitment is very important. And you may, if you were married and you're going through a divorce, that commitment to that person was extremely important to you. And you simply just don't feel right until this entire event has been sewn up and completed properly for you to be able to let go, you know, release your commitment to this person and now move forward. All right, guys? All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it at that. That is your March outlook for love. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out your other readings on my channel if you like. They should be listed in the description. But for right now, Leo, have a wonderful rest of February and have a great March. March is going to be a really good month for you in a lot of ways. These are really good cards. And I think, like I said, the desire to actually be in a loving, connected relationship with somebody, you're just putting that on the back burner until this action is completed, until you are exactly where you want to be financially, but then you come right out the gate. All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video on Bow and Arrow Tarot, and I'll see you next month for your monthly outlook. Bye-bye now.